Like a lot of film photographers, I end up with more film in my fridge than food in my fridge. So this is going to be a tour of all the film I have at the moment because I'm about to go on a trip that has a bunch of shoots planned. So I'm especially overstocked on film. First up is 13 packs of Polaroid, starting with I-type color white frame, 5 packs of I-type black frame, which is really cool looking. This weird green Duochrome, which I got a few packs of. I didn't super love it. The use case for it is not super obvious. Maybe like Halloween, that's about it. 1 pack of color 600 and 5 packs of this blue reclaimed edition 600. I'm saving those for a special project. And I shoot all of that on my Polaroid One Step Plus, the modern Polaroid camera. I also have an SX70, but I almost never shoot it. Also in the category of instant film, the One Instant. This is a 3-pack. There's 3 photos in here, or 3 exposures. It's type 100. It's from the Supersense, link in the doobly-doo. The Supersense is doing for peel apart pack film what the Impossible Project did for Polaroid integral film in the beginning of the Impossible Project. I have 11 boxes of this. Each box has 3 exposures, so that's 33 shots. I will shoot them on my Polaroid Goose, the 600 SE, which I will make a whole video about using this with this. I'm not really an enthusiast of expired film. I don't go looking for it on purpose, but I'm also not opposed to it. So if I happen to find some or get some, I'll keep it and use it knowing that it's like high risk, high reward. Unclear the reward. Here is a disposable one-time use camera, Fuji film. It expired in 2008. Who knows how it's been stored? That'll be whatever. I have 2 rolls of Fuji Super HQ 200, which I'm not a huge Fuji fan, but here they are. I don't know when these expired because I just have the rolls, not the boxes. But we think they were bought in the 1990s. My neighbor found them in his mom's house, like in a box with some other undeveloped rolls that were shot that he got developed and they were fine. But these are unshot, so I'll shoot them and find out what happened. I have 3 rolls of expired 110 film. All of it is Kodak Kodacolor Gold. These 2 are 200 box speed. This one's 400 box speed. They are super expired. These 2 expired in 1991. And the 400 expired in 1998. I have the lowest of expectations for these. I shoot all of my 110 on this hilarious waterproof, Minolta Weathermatic little point and shoot. I do have one of those like SLR 110s, but it's got some viewfinder issues. So I only shoot like water stuff with 110. Oh yeah. So this is an intersection of those first 2 things. It is some very expired Polaroid film. It's hard to see because I still have it in the bubble wrap to protect the box as much as I can until I actually make the episode. This is a pack of 8 shots of pink duochrome Polaroid film, back when Polaroid was in that sort of transitional moment being called Polaroid Originals. They made this, the pink duochrome. They also made a blue duochrome. The pink has never come back for some reason. I don't know if it's hard to produce or what, but I paid a silly amount of money on eBay for 1 pack of this that I'm going to make a video about. More on that later. I've never been super drawn to medium format at all. Anything above 35mm. I don't know why. There's nothing wrong with it. It just never has called to me. Maybe it's a thing I get into later. But I did get 2 rolls of Kodak Portra in 120. This one's 400, this one's 800. Both of which I will shoot on my Polaroid 600 SE, the Goose. Because it has removable backs, this one is for the peel apart pack film. This back is for 6x9 medium format. So I'll take a big wide landscape orientation shot and we'll see if I like medium format. Who knows? So since I have this 110 camera that's all waterproof and it's fun to shoot in the rain or in a waterfall or a pool or whatever, and I've only ever shot very, very expired 110 film in it, which when it works you get cool effects, but when it doesn't work you get nothing. I figured since Lomography is making 110 film still, I should get some non-expired 110 film. So I have 2 in black and white and 2 in color. The box speed on the black and white is 100, so it's like outdoor stuff, and the box speed on the color is 200, so probably outdoor stuff too. This batch of film is a little bit of a gamble because I don't have the camera for it yet. It's allegedly being shipped to me at the moment, but I don't know if it's going to show up on time and if it's going to work, and I won't know until it's all back, so I'm going to shoot it blind. I'm making a music video with and for my girlfriend Azzy, link in the doobly-doo. So I got 200T, 500T, and 50D, 4 boxes of each, total of 12. I want to get a bunch of Ektachrom, but my local shop was sold out at the moment. We're going to shoot the exact same shot on every roll in different looks and settings, and then cut them together into the music video. Link in the doobly-doo when that music video is done. And I'm excited about it, but also a little bit... I still find it fun to shoot with disposables or one-time use cameras or reloadables, or the different names for these little, like, you know, what we called disposables in the 90s. I have 3 of them. This is an Ilford XP2 Super 400. I don't know the right order of all of those words. Ilford 400 black and white. This is a Lomography black and white 400. Lomo Color Metropolis 400. I still find disposables really fun and even productive and like professional. I've used them for photo shoots before and gotten really, you know, usable quality work out of them. Now that I have a different 35mm camera, I use them less and less, but they're still fun. The 35mm camera that I use for everything now, in fact I don't own any other 35mm cameras anymore, is the Ricoh GR21. The 21 means it's a 21mm lens. That is one of the 2 only things that if I could magic wand this into a more perfect camera, it would be that the lens could actually recede into the body somehow using like a pocket universe or something. If that was possible, then I wouldn't have to take the lens cap off, which means there wouldn't be a lens cap, which means I wouldn't sometimes take black photos. More about this camera in another video, but this is the camera that I've shot almost everything on the past few months, and it's what I will shoot the remainder of this film on. I have 2 rolls of Ilford SFX 200 black and white film and Rollei Infrared black and white film. The Ilford is also infrared sensitive. Both of these are to do an experiment of, I forget what it's called, try something where you take 3 black and white photos with the right filters and infrared sensitive film to try and recreate the look of aerochrome. That'll be an experiment. 4 roll, that was a weird way to hold that. I have 4 rolls of Atlanta Film Company XX or XX. Atlanta Film Company is one of the companies like Cinestill and others that take motion picture film, strip the rimjet layer, however they do that with magic, and then repurpose it, repackage it for still photography. The XX is like everyone else's XX, repackaged Kodak XX. Also from Atlanta Film Company is Koji 125T, repackaged old Fuji film, and I'll link to the story in the doobly-doo. It has an interesting look. It's not my favorite. I probably won't get any more of it, but it's good at what it does. What it does is just not what I do. Lastly, but not leastly, from Atlanta Film Company, I have 6 rolls of Euphoric 100. I'll also put a link down below in the doobly-doo. Got a hair in my mouth. Euphoric 100 is maybe my favorite film stock. It's 100 speed, daylight balanced film, repackaged Kodak motion picture film with the rimjet layer removed. You process it as E6 to get color positive or slides. It's what Euphoria season 2 shot on. Whatever magic is happening, I love the results I get out of this under the right conditions. I have 7 rolls of Cinestill color film, 2 of 50D, 2 of 400D, and 3 of the 800T. Like everyone who likes Cinestill, I love that halation. I really like the results I've gotten out of it. I've never shot the 50D, so I look forward to giving that a try. These next few were on the recommendation of the various employees at the film lab that I go to here in Portland, Oregon, called Blue Moon. First up is the Lomo Purple. It's 100 to 400 box speed. Who knows what I'll do with it. It has that sort of faux aerochrome look. I've never shot any of the Lomo weird color ones. Rollei Superpan 200. Why did I get this one? I think they said for like super high contrast, I think. Ilford FP4 Plus 125 box speed film, and then an Ilford HP5 Plus, which is a 400 box speed film. I definitely tend to prefer color over black and white film. I'm not drawn to black and white, but when I do shoot it, I do tend to get good results, so it's this weird in my head thing. But some good old classic 400 T-Max black and white 400 speed film. And then I've never shot really, really high ASA ISO film. So this is Kodak T-Max 3200, which I expect to be super grainy. I'm going to shoot it in low light with no flash and see what happens. I've never shot Kodak Ektachrom E100 directly. I've only ever shot Atlanta Film Company's Euphoric, which I think is this repackaged. Another Kodak film stock that I've never shot is Ektar 100. I got 2 rolls of it. It claims to be the world's finest grain, so we'll see. It is a 100 box speed film. 4 rolls of Kodak Ultramax, which is a 400 box speed film. This is the film that I started shooting when I first got back into film most recently, because a friend sent me a link on like that, I don't know, Target website or something, where they were like $10 a roll. So I bought like a couple dozen, and then it sold out real fast, and then it's more expensive now. So that was a nice sort of like re-entry into film photography. And I know it's not like the most popular, but I really like Ultramax. I get really vibrant colors out of it, and I like that. So the opposite of, I know it's not very popular, and vibrant colors, we have, of course, Portra. A lot of people's like go-to classic. I really like it too. It's hard to complain about Portra. So I got 5 rolls of 800, 5 rolls of 400, and 2 rolls of 160. I've shot 400 and 800, but I've never shot 160. Apparently it's exceptional for skin tones. I hope so. And that's it. That is my mountain of film. It is bananas how much I have and how expensive film is right now, and how expensive all of this processing is going to be. But I try not to think about that while I'm shooting, and I try not to think like, that was a $4 button push or whatever. I try to just enjoy it for what it is, not hate it for what it's not.